Knowing this one thing that time and money have in common will completely change how you think about it. If you are a single mom wanting to make the most of her time and her money, this video is for you. I had a realization a few days ago that the one thing, the most important thing that time and money have in common is without intention, they disappear. And tell me if this has happened to you. You finally get 5 minutes to yourself and you haven't thought about what it is that you want to do with this free time, and so you end up doom scrolling, and then you're like, oh, I wanted to do that one thing, or oh my gosh, I wanted to finish that show, or oh my gosh, I had that thing to work on that I really wanted to focus on with some peace and quiet. And now you just lost that time because you weren't intentional with your time. This is also why it's very helpful to have a planner. And I've linked my favorite planner in the description of this video. Having a planner, knowing what you need to get accomplished every day, every week, and knowing what you want to cook every day and every week, and having all the ingredients, all of these things are time savers because you're being... Egg? Because you're being efficient with your time. The moment you become more efficient with your time, more egg, it will seem like you have so much more time on your hands. You will get so much more done. And even if it's not just getting things done, it's being intentional with your time in the evening. Being intentional with the time from when your child falls asleep to when you really should have a bedtime. Doing what you actually want and need to do with that time. It can be really helpful to start your day with having the top 3 priorities you want to get done that day. And it doesn't have to be work related. It can be, like I was saying before, just, oh, this is that thing I wanted to do for myself when I had 10 minutes. And this is the key to having time to yourself as a single mom too. It is few and far between to have just time to yourself. And so when you do finally have the evening to yourself, be so intentional with what you want to do that evening, or it's not going to happen. And you're going to wake up frustrated or go to bed frustrated that night, or stay up way too late because you're like, oh, I wanted to do this, this, and that. And now that I've stayed up on TikTok and Instagram scrolling for an hour and a half, I just remembered I really wanted to watch the next episode of The Vampire Diaries. So I guess I'm staying up another hour. That is not going to do you any favors. Now with money, has this happened to you? More egg. You just got paid a week ago. You look at your account and you're like, how did I do that? Where did that money go? I swear I had more in the account. I've said this to myself so many times. I swear I had more. I know I had more. Well, no, you weren't intentional with your spending and it's just gone. And so when you're intentional with your money, with your spending, it is so much more efficient and it feels so much more freeing, and you know what money you have to spend. When you are intentional with your money, and by this I mean setting a budget, and that's all a budget is intentional spending of your money. Because you are not going to live a life at peace if you are in financial distress all the time. And in order to be at peace with your finances, you need to not be spending more than you make. And in order to do that and make sure that you're not going to spend more than you make, you have to set a budget. That's the way to do it. And it doesn't have to be this grueling thing. I actually really love my budget. I love looking at my budget and seeing, yes, more egg. Seeing, yes, baby, more egg. Seeing what goals I've accomplished and which debt I'm going to pay off this month. It's actually, my personality really likes achieving goals and checking off boxes, and to have one more debt paid off or be that much closer to having that debt paid off, it just feels so good. And I actually have a free budgeting guide that I made especially for single moms. So it takes you through step by step what I do for my budget and how to get you started on a budget without completely hating it. I swear it doesn't have to be this daunting thing. So time and money. disappear without intention. And you get so much more, it feels like you have so much more time and money when you spend it with intention. And I'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, that free budgeting guide I was talking about is in the description of this video, so definitely check it out and let me know what you think.